YouTube. Right, today, I think I might be the first one to get it out there, but hey up. Today, we're going to be talking about
potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes and chitting potatoes. You'll be starting to see them becoming available in your gardens, your supermarket, not your supermarkets, they're always available in supermarkets. Your garden centres, your Wilcos, the Marshalls, if you use online, places like that, will start shipping them out to you soon. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to, the girls are going to sort them out. I mean, it's so easy that these two idiots can do it. So, we are also joined by Sasha. She's here as well because she's addicted to potatoes. You can't see her. She's currently licking the tripod. So apologies for any movement in the camera. So we're going to crack on. These two are going to sort out the potatoes. We're going to talk. I'm just going to show you what they're doing first, and then I'm going to talk over them because they're going to probably make a load of noise. So, but I'll do that in voiceover and they won't know. Sash, so you can't eat the potatoes, they're for growing. So, we're going to angle the camera down so you can see what we've got set up, and then we're going to show you what a potato is, what you're looking for when you're chitting, and then we're going to go through them and sort them out. Right, folks. So, sorting out potatoes. Pick one at random here. Now, for the sake of the kids, the way I describe it, this isn't actually a good example. Let's see if I know one of these is a really good example.
Like
this one's good.
This one.
That one's not too bad, but this one's alright.
This one's
so you'll see.
This one has the butt.
Yes. You see here, it does actually quite resemble it, but you've got where it was attached to the plant. That's where it's grown. Okay. And then you flip it round, so you do a 180 from there, and you can see the eyes on the potato. They're what's going to sprout, they're what's going to become your plant. This will disintegrate, and out of it you should get anywhere, depending on the variety, between 4 to 15 tubers. And so all you do when you're chitting, in fact Charlie, why don't you tell them what to do when you're chitting? Why don't you tell them? How do you set them out?
Right, so the stem, which is the butt, goes on the bottom of the egg carton.
Yeah.
And the eyes goes facing up.
Yeah. And it's as simple as that, folks. It really is. To your new YouTubers or your new growers out there, it really is as simple as that. It's just a case of sitting them the right way up in the egg box. I mean, if you get them the wrong way up, it's no biggie. You'll soon see, because your chits will start coming out at the wrong end and working their way around the potato. What we do try and do, let's see if I can find a good example.
It's just the butt.
It is, sweetheart. In fact, these Desirees are actually really good.
It's everybody's
What we do
favourite.
try and do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes on this one, but only 3 are developed at this moment in time. What I will do is I'll keep an eye on a lot of these potatoes, and what we will try to do is we will. No, it's fine where it was. And that's fine like that. Always label them, by the way. That's all these bits of paper are. And what you will find is you want to try and remove,
Put that one down.
or try and leave just 3 spruts or chits. You'll find that, or you tend to find that gives you sort of the strongest result. So I'm going to tip out some more potatoes. I'm just doing 2 varieties this year. Normally, or for the past few years, we've done, we've gone silly, haven't we? We've done loads of varieties in the past. But we're not this year. We've got Pentland Javelins, which I'm using as a first early, which are the ones that I'm tipping out now. And then we've got Desiree,
Oh, that's right.
which are going to be the main crop.
This one.
So I'm going to leave you with these 2. I'll be talking over them whilst they're sorting these out. Take your time, girls. These are a bit more difficult.
Is this the book? This is,
yes,
I found a little den.
These are a bit more difficult because you won't have eyes on these, or you'll have fewer eyes. So you need to be sure you found the butt. On the bottom.
This is the butt.
Yes. So I'll leave you with these girls, and I'm probably going to voice over as to why we do or do not chit. Okay?
Right, folks, we're going to get straight into it. We're going straight into it talking about chitting your potatoes. You know, why do we do it? Things like that. We're going to briefly, hopefully if we've got time, touch upon first early's main crop, things like that. So, why do we chit? Well, it's more a case of nature versus nurture. Farmers don't chit. The logistics of it are just unfeasible. It makes it completely impossible for them to do it. We do it at home, A, because we've got the space, but B, we like to see things growing, especially this time of year. That primarily for me is the main believable reason. There are people out there that will say to you it means you get an earlier crop. That may be true. That could well be true, but if you do, I would say probably at best between 7 to 14 days, 1 to 2 weeks sooner, it's the best you're going to get. Your potatoes, especially your main crop, take between 20 and 22 weeks to mature. Chitting in the home has been done for, as long as records have been kept, but it really became popular and brought to my attention 2, maybe 3 years ago, and I've done it ever since. I did do an experiment one year where I did chit, the following year where I didn't chit, used the same feeds, used the same methods, and I did get a better yield from the chitted potatoes. But there's so many variables that you can include on that: your weather, your rainfall, your soil temperatures, things like that. So for me, you cannot say conclusively that chitting makes a massive difference. For me, I'm more the nature versus nurture. I do believe, I think it's more a case of it's nice to have something, and whilst the progress is extremely slow, it's nice to think, ooh, that there is growing. So we've briefly already spoken about what chitting is. The girls are quite happily sorting out the potatoes there. They're doing a grand job. What I then do with this box of potatoes is I put them out in the greenhouse. Plenty of light, but not too warm. And what that should do then is the potatoes over the course of, and you're talking 6 to 8 weeks, will start to send out a dark coloured shoot or a chit. They'll be anywhere from sort of browny to purpley. Brown, not great really, but purpley green. What you don't want is those long white spindly fingers. You will get that if they don't have any light. That is the potato searching for light. So I will put them out in the greenhouse. If we're going to get a particularly hard frost, I'll just throw some fleece over the top of the some horticultural fleece over the top of the box. And that's it, folks. That is chitting potatoes. So sort them out like Charlotte's already taught you. And I'll stick them in a greenhouse. They don't want to be too warm. They will chit and grow too quickly. They need to be in a nice, cool, not cold, but cool, light, sunny place. Okay, so very briefly, first early's main crop, so on and so forth. I'm just going to talk first early's main crop. Your first early's really want to be going in the ground around March time. Depends on your last frost date. So March if you're down south, adding a couple of weeks as you come up across the country. Mains, they want to go in around April time, late April. I generally throw them all in at the same time, about mid to late April, when the threat of frost has passed. See you later.
Okay, you're done.
Fun.
Do you want to say bye?
Bye.
Wait a minute. Okay, well these two idiots are done. They've sorted them out, they've done quite well. I don't actually know, I think they've done it too quick. I think I probably don't have enough video for me to talk over it. So just quickly, just to tell you what they've done. Obviously, as we've said, that you get them the right way up. As I'm talking. By all means floss. But what they have done is they've gone big to little. So what you'll kind of see is the sort of at the back you've got the bigger potatoes going big to little. Only reason being, and it's for the same reason we use the egg boxes, is you want airflow. You don't want to trap any moisture, otherwise you're just going to end up with mouldy potatoes. We don't want mouldy potatoes, we want potatoes that start growing. So that's why we use egg boxes. They draw away the moisture, and yeah, folks, that is another bite size. So unless I need to add some more video in, that is going to be it. It really is that simple. It's not a turn to be afraid of. So, oh, that was upside down.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright.
It's like a bean.
I always find these Pentland javelins are difficult because the.
I mean, we did most of them right, I think.
You did, you've done well. You've done well. So, yes. So until next time, folks, I'll see you later.
Bye bye. See you on the next one on Sunday.